What's up, YouTube? This is Trey, and I'm here giving this awaited video that I told people on my platform that I was going to put out. And this video is going to be about the Fat and Fem post that I made. Now, before I go into details about this post, give my opinion even deeper, I'm going to first say this. This is simply my views, my perspective, my thoughts on the entire situation. I don't speak on the behalf of the entire LGBTQIA and all the other letters community. If you don't agree, I'm okay with people disagreeing with me. This is just simply my views and my perspective. I'm not here to offend anyone. I'm not here to make anyone feel any type of way about my views on the situation. I apologize beforehand if you feel any type of way, because it wasn't that wasn't my intent. And so here we go. So I'm gonna first read the post that I posted. Why do some guys who fall into the category of fat or femme fault others who don't want to date someone who is fat or femme, but the whole time the fat or femme guys aren't willing to date other fat or femme guys themselves? Okay, so before I even go into detail with that part, I'm gonna first lay the ground rules, or lay the foundation, that's the word. I'm gonna lay the foundation that there are pecking orders in everything in life. There's a pecking order within our community. That pecking order has to do with how you carry yourself, your sexual positions, your economic status. These other matters, or these other situations, either put you up and down in the pecking order of life. On those top tier ones within our community, I'm gonna say you got the men who identify as straight but have sex with men still, the DL men and the bisexual men. Those men tend to be put high up on the pedestal. One thing about that also is, if you are messing with a man, I personally don't say that you're straight. I'm gonna say you're bisexual, but some people carry that title. They're still heterosexual. Do your thing. If that gives you peace at night, be heterosexual, but have sex with men. But those people are the top tier people. Those are the top tier guys. But then also within that, I feel that guys who are strict tops, not the ones who say they're tops, but getting dug out, off camera, getting dug out in general, but want to carry the persona of a top because, we see that sometimes strict tops get treated a certain way in our community. The sexual position of, if those guys are tops, then they're top tier. Then after the DL, bisexual, and straight men, I'm gonna say the openly gay men who carry themselves as men, they're gonna be next tier. But within that tier also we have the ones who are straight acting but have a nice body. They're gonna be at the top within that tier. And it's so funny to be, when people say, the straight acting, I don't even know, looking at how society is, I don't even know what straight acting is anymore. Because if you look at the heterosexual and the homosexual male, they are pretty much the same, other than who they have sex with. They dress alike, they both wear the tighter pants, they both, a lot of heterosexual men and gay men are using the same lingo. So it's a matter of perception when it comes to this whole straight acting. And then, I look at how I carry myself now, and I'm looked at as this uber masculine guy, where 15, 20 years ago, I was the femme, a flamboyant boy, because I wasn't wearing Timbs and baggy pants and things like that. So generational differences, times are changing. So you got those guys. Those guys are gonna be the next tier. those people that second tier. Then you got, I feel, this is my opinion, I feel that the femme guys are going to come before the fat. Femme guys, meaning if you wear lady makeup, lady clothes, or you wear makeup, I shouldn't say lady makeup. Makeup, you wear women attire, or you just yes girl, honey child type of guy. They come next. And it's kind of funny sometimes that people say, you know, the femme. I feel that there's a lot of guys who like the femme guys because it feeds into their masculinity, or it feeds into them being the dominant force in sex. You got this guy who's carrying himself a little more softer and a little more, you know, whatever, carrying himself a certain way, and so it feeds into the guy in sex being able to dominate him and treat him like a female, or treat him like the omega in the duo. But yeah, so you got those, and then coming in last is the fat guys. Now I do feel sometimes that a fat guy who is a top puts him up a few tiers. But the fat guy that is the bottom, you just at the bottom, you just get what you can get. And while there are guys who are chubby chasers, or chasers of bigger men, I do feel that the bigger guy tends to get the short end of the stick in a lot of situations. Do it make it right? No, but. And I feel that the femme guys and the fat guys, I've seen them try to shame other men who are only into masculine men. They have this perception or this persona that two masculine men shouldn't be together, because and that to me is going with the heterosexual normative of, you got the man and you got the female. The female is the softer energy. The male is the more masculine energy in the situation. So you try to bring that heterosexual normative over into a homosexual situation where you want to be the woman and you want the man to be this masculine energy or this masculine person, and you find distaste because a masculine man wants another masculine man. I've never understood why people do that, but I've seen it happen. And then I have seen a lot of disgruntled bigger guys. They be so disgruntled, but I don't judge. I've messed around with bigger guys and I've enjoyed it. I think people sleep on some of the big guys. You know, the one big guy that comes to mind whenever, you know, he was on it. He's on it. You know, he and I are still cool to this day. Let me be a little TMI. But I think it's crazy. I do feel that because of the pecking order in our society, I feel that is why the fat and the femme guys don't even want to date their own, because everybody wants to get, I'm not gonna say everybody, most people want to get the top tier type of people. I'm personally not into guys who portray themselves as straight or the DL or the bi. It doesn't move me one way or the other for a guy to say they're bisexual, straight, or whatever. That doesn't move me. I'm also not moved by straight acting openly gay men. That doesn't move me either. I will say that it is about my connection with the person. And then it's so crazy that we use something as a body type to put people into a category whenever there's 3 body types, and it's not like you can control your body type. I'm gonna tell you the 3 body types that we have. We have 3 body types. We have endomorph, mesomorph, ectomorph, endomorph, and mesomorph. Endomorph tend to be the thicker, bigger guys, you know, the heavier set men, because they're easy to gain weight. They tend to have a wider frame. Then you got the mesomorph. Those are the more fit guys. Pick up muscle easily. While they can gain weight easily, their bodies, And I feel like I fall more into the mesomorph category myself, where I can pick up weight easily, but I can slim down and look really pleasing. I got the whole triangle shape, you know, up top. That's the mesomorph. And then you got the ectomorph, which are like the tall, slender, lanky guys that they have a high metabolism, you know, all of that. And they also said they have bigger penises, I guess. I don't know. But it's so crazy that we use our physical features to put people in categories whenever you can't even control that. I think it's sad. I do feel that it's sad that we're like that in our community, which is why a lot of people, I think, are going to be single, because you're so caught up in, well, you got to be this way. And it's okay. Don't get me wrong. It's okay to have a preference. I think we all have preferences. But to the point where you want to try to make someone else feel bad because they don't fall into this category, they're not doing what you want them to do, I think that's a bit much. But I also feel that you have to love yourself. You have to learn to love yourself before you can love anyone else. So if you are a bigger guy and you don't even love yourself, I can see why you don't love another bigger guy, because you don't even love yourself. If you're a femme and you don't really love what comes natural to you, you don't love it. So I guess it will make sense for you not to want another femme guy, because you're not comfortable with yourself. But if you learn to love you and embrace everything about you, I feel that it will make it better for you to date someone else like you. That's just my opinion. But it all starts with self-love. I myself, I can date someone like me all day long. Yeah, I could. I will say that to date someone else like me, we would have to have a balance. But I will say I'm learning to know when to be the passenger, when to be the driver. But I could date someone like me. I really could. I could. But yeah, so that's my take on that. We got a pecking order. I feel like I'm rambling on now because I want to make sure I hit the points that I wanted to hit. Well, we got the pecking order, and because of that pecking order, we categorize these people that these people are more sought after. But at the end of the day, it's all about loving yourself. And no matter if a guy's heterosexual, bisexual, whatever, he's no different than a guy that is flamboyant and femme, you know. I'm not going to go into that. So I hope this cleared up some things. I hope that you all enjoyed my point of view, my perspective. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and you'll have more videos coming out soon. And I'm out.